Welcome to the shop. My name is Brad. This is Woodcraft. Today we're working with scrap wood. So what I've got here is a pile of leftover scraps from a project I've been working on, and these are just some cut-offs. This is actually a cleat from a cleat wall that I was working on. I'm going to use that. I got a plan for that for this project, and this was just going to be a spacer. This is going to be a couple of shelves. It's actually a really nice straight piece of pine. Look at that. Man, wow. This is not a very straight piece of pine. That's kind of like a ski. But we got to, it's useful. We can use it. So, all right, we're going to build a shelf. Let's get to work. All right, we're going to start over here at the miter saw. What we're going to do is build a really cool little shelf. We're going to use some lap joints, do a little decorative stuff. I'm going to try to use two tools for this. This one and my table saw. You can use a hand saw if you would like to. You could use some chisels. You can make these lap joints any way you want to, because literally that's the only complicated thing we're going to do, and that's not even really that complicated. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this piece of wood cut into two pieces 20 inches long. All right, first thing I'm going to do is pull over 20 inches. I'm going to make that mark right there. And I'm going to go 20 inches from the other end, and I'm going to mark that right here. And that's going to eliminate this big knot that I've got right in the middle of this wood. And then it's going to be a pretty clean, clear piece of pine that should hold its shape. All right, I'm going to square these off. And then we're going to get them cut. All right, don't forget your safety glasses, and I'm going to use this new Delta saw that I just got. So all you haters can stop hating on my chop saw. But I didn't do it for you. I did it for the space back here. I'm going to line the kerf up on the waist side of the line. That way I get the 20 inches. What I'm doing is I'm going to tape these pieces together. I've got a little bit of double-sided tape here, and I'm just going to put 3 pieces on here. I don't want them to come apart. Now we're going to line these up. See how good we can line these up. All right, that's those two. We'll set those aside. Okay, now we're going to get our measurements. Remember, we wanted 10 inches between the shelves. So I'm going to come down about 1.5 inches. Actually, I'm going to come down about 1 3/4 inches from the top, and then these have been milled down a little bit, so they are 5/8. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me get my little ruler out here. I've come down from the top 1 3/4 inches, and now I need to go 5/8. So just a bit past half is 5/8. We're going to mark that with our square. And I'm actually going to get a little more accurate with mark with a razor knife. And I'm going to go down 5/8, that blade right there. That mark. And then I'll just darken it in with a pencil a little bit. Okay, we're going to do the same thing from the opposite side. Alright, so cut this at 20 inches, and the reason being, I want to have at least 16 inches between where the supports are going on. That way, if you wanted to use a keyhole router bit, you can cut your keyholes in the back of this and hang it on a stud. That way it doesn't fall off the wall. I'm going to use a French cleat. We're going to get to that in a bit here. But so I want to make sure that I have 16 inches center between. So I need 2 inches on this side, right? Because 20 minus 16 is 4, so I'm going to go 4 and 4. And then I'm going to mark these across, and that's going to be my center. So I want to make sure I'm 3/8 of an inch on each side of this to center. So I'm going to hold 1 inch, I'm going to go 3/8 inch this way, and 3/8 of an inch this way, make my marks. That's going to come out there, and then like this, we need to go in the same depth as we did for this. So remind myself that's 1 3/4 inches. So we're going to come over here 1 3/4 inches. Do the same thing on this end. 1 3/4, and this is more just for eyesight because remember we're going to be setting the depth of the saw blade 2 3/4 inches. Alright, okay, that wraps up the math part. Let's get it over to the table saw and make some sawdust. First thing you want to do is set the depth of your saw blade. So I'm going to bring this up so the top point of that blade just kisses that line right there. Now make sure that this is over into the curve of the saw. I like to have that all the way over there like that. Some of you might not, but I want it over there so that I can see exactly where that kerf is going to be. Alright, we're going to cut these back joints. Start to see what this is going to look like. A little hammer out here. Oh, look at that. Got a cool little shelf. We got our shelf put together, and now I'm going to use this piece of French cleat to create a way to hang this on the wall that will keep it pretty secure in place. So I want to find the problem with this piece of wood is it's a ski. See that? It's just curvy. So I need to find a section of it that's at least 16 inches long that it will hang on a wall. Or I can put a small cleat on each side and do it that way. You know, that doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Maybe I'll do that. I'll put a small piece of cleat just long enough to go over the edge of each side here. So let's measure that out. I think 4 inches is going to be good. Yep. So I'm going to cut 2 of these cleats at 4 inches, and then that'll give me enough to put on the wall to hang this on the wall. So let's head over to the miter saw and get these cut. I'm going to hold this over at 4 inches. that didn't obviously go quite as I had planned. We had this little problem over here on the edge, and I'm hoping that it is dry enough I can take this clamp off, sand it up a little bit. But there's our shelf. And what it's going to do, this piece will attach to the wall, and then this little guy will hang right on it just like that. Okay, so that should work. Okay, I'm just going to give this a quick sanding at 150, and then we're going to put some shellac on it, call it a day. Scrap wood and a little bit of time, and you got yourself a great little project. Get out there in the shop, make something cool. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know what you want to see me build next. And don't forget to hit that hype. Every bit of that helps out the channel, and my goal is to grow this channel as big as I can. So get out there, make something cool. I'll catch you next time.